This episode is provided by Thomas Allgaier and Frennis, based on the most relevant LinkedIn posts about channel marketing in calendar weeks 49 and 50. Frennis is a B2B market research partner helping enterprises translate market, customer, and competitive insights into actionable strategies that drive growth and success across their channel and partner ecosystems. Okay, let's dive right in. If you're still thinking of B2B channel marketing as just some separate team running a referral program on the side, you are seriously behind the curve.
Yeah, that's really the old way of thinking. What we're seeing is this fundamental strategic shift where partnerships are becoming the core of the ecosystem.
Right. So our mission today is to really unpack the most urgent trends you need to be thinking about, not for next quarter, but for 2026 and beyond.
Exactly. And what's so fascinating from the posts in weeks 49 and 50 is that this urgency, it's really being driven by economics, not just, some new tech.
Oh, okay.
We've synthesized it all down to three non-negotiable priorities. First, the marketplace isn't optional anymore. It's becoming the main revenue operating system. Second, internal GTM alignment. That's now your biggest competitive edge, not your external strategy. And finally, you have to treat partner enablement as a continuous system, not just a one-off onboarding task.
Let's start with that first one, because it's the trend that should probably make every traditional channel manager a little nervous.
Yeah.
Marketplaces.
Absolutely. Roman Kirsanov shared some hard data on this. SaaS marketplace adoption is just climbing like crazy. The forecast is for it to hit 40% in 2026.
40%. And is that just the big players, the tech giants?
No, that's the key takeaway. The median company in that research was only around 23 million ARR. So this shows that marketplaces are a primary lead lever for everyone, not just the hyperscale elite.
But the real reason this is so urgent, and this is the financial punchline, I guess, is the cost of acquisition.
Exactly. The economics of getting a net new customer are just brutal right now. Customer acquisition cost CAC payback hit 37 months in 2024.
37 months, so it takes over 3 years just to break even on a new customer.
Right.
So if I'm a partner leader, does that mean my entire budget has to shift immediately to co-sell and marketplace? Or am I still trying to optimize direct sales?
It means you have to shift the priority. The focus has to be on these higher intent pre-qualified routes. Marketplaces co-sell, they become critical because they leverage existing trust and, importantly, existing budget.
Things like customer commit.
Exactly. That's what compresses that payback period so dramatically. It's an efficiency play. Pure and simple.
That brings us to something Trinal B and the team at Vector AI talked about. They said listing your product is just logistics. That's the easy part.
Right.
The real strategy is integrating that marketplace into your core revenue operating system.
And they did it. They used automation to sync their co-sell data and private offers, and that structural change led to 2.5 times growth on AWS and a 6 times growth on the Microsoft marketplace.
Wow.
So that's automation turning the marketplace from a static directory into, a dynamic growth engine.
This is so critical because, as Desmond Russell laid it out, the whole distribution model is changing.
He had that great framework.
Yeah, the new GTM architecture. AI will dominate discovery, marketplaces govern procurement, and partners deliver the outcome.
And your GTM team's job is to build the bridge between all three of those. AI search, marketplace purchase, partner execution.
And we saw the hyperscalers reacting to this in real time, didn't we?
Oh, absolutely. AWS reInvent had huge news. Ramez Taki noted they're now offering $75,000 in new MDFs specifically for agentic AI specialization.
So a major incentive to get partners skilled up fast.
And it's not just funding. Matt Yankishin highlighted the new AI-powered discovery with agent mode. So AI is now actively helping buyers find the right partner solution.
Plus that big efficiency win. I think Tim Hanrahan and Francisco de Almeida mentioned that Partner Central is now integrated directly into the AWS Management Console.
With new APIs to automate co-sell tracking and funding requests, that removes so much friction for partners. It's huge.
And meanwhile, Microsoft is making equally aggressive moves on Azure.
Definitely. Krishna V highlighted how the Azure Marketplace is now fully established as a strategic platform. So solutions are validated and, crucially, purchasable through existing MAC agreements.
Which means customers can burn their existing cloud commit.
But the really big news, the thing Thomas Ritter introduced, is arguably the biggest channel shift we saw. Resale Enabled Offers, or REO.
REO. Okay, so why is this so game-changing?
Because it empowers the channel partner to own the entire sales
The
cycle.
whole thing. So you're shifting offer management, inventory, even local invoicing directly to the partners.
All of it. It addresses the friction of global scale. It gives partners the autonomy to lead the sale, expand into new regions, and drive business in local currency faster.
It's the closest we've seen to treating the partner as a true extension of your own sales force.
Exactly. Not just some affiliated referrer.
So if the hyperscalers have solved the transaction problem, the logistics of buying,
Yeah.
Justin E. Murphy reminds us there's still this persistent deal problem.
Yes. This is the critical choke point. You have all these ISVs listed, but they still can't be easily used in a complex cloud deal.
And he says there are 4 groups with these critical blind spots. We should probably walk through them.
We should. First, your customers. They just don't know how to use their commit or their credits with your solution. They're asking, is this covered? How do I apply it?
Then second, the CSP sellers themselves, the people selling the cloud. They don't have the 2-sentence pitch for your product. They need to know when to bring you in.
Right. And third, your partners. They can't see the repeatable motion. How do they add their services to the cloud transaction and make money?
And the fourth group, which might be the most damaging, is your own internal seller.
Absolutely. If they struggle to explain how a cloud-routed deal works, how the commitment drawdown process functions, your whole cloud strategy just stalls. It's a systemic failure.
Which brings us right into our second theme. If the external rails are marketplaces, then we have to talk about the engine that drives it. Internal alignment.
Yes, and Kuhnstam said it perfectly. Partnerships don't fail because of a lack of intent. They fail because of a lack of structure.
Structure over goodwill. I like that.
He lays out 3 phases. Create, integrate, and scale. Create is the easy part, getting early proof points. But integrate, that's where most companies fall down.
That's the operationalizing workflows part, right? Connecting all the systems.
And that's usually not a technical problem.
That's a political one.
Overwhelmingly. Jui Saha emphasized this point. Internal misalignment is the #1 killer of partnerships. Not bad contracts, not a lack of enthusiasm.
A perfect contract is worthless if your sales team isn't on board.
Exactly. And Chris Lavoie cited a survey that backed this up. Internal politics was the absolute #1 barrier that partner managers cited for their lack of success.
So to succeed, you have to de-risk these internal functions. What are they?
There are 4. Sales needs shared incentives. Customer success needs formalized engagement models. RevOps has to own automated attribution. And the C-suite needs to provide explicit sponsorship that's tied to revenue.
That sounds exhausting. Is the modern partner manager just an internal chief of staff now, constantly managing alignment across 4 different departments?
In a way, yes. Dulce Fernandez argued that partnerships are internal alignment first, which then leads to external momentum. If sales, product marketing, and CS aren't in sync, the partnership is just a logo on a slide.
Just gathering dust.
Yeah. And Rob Moyer really clarified the partner leader's real job. It's not just external relationship building, it's mainstreaming partners internally as a core GTM accelerator.
So you're an internal evangelist, removing friction, celebrating wins, and making sure everyone's comp plan reflects partner value.
And you can't scale that without shared accountability. Elena Zapp detailed this really well. Product marketing has to own the ICP workflows for partners. Finance has to define success metrics like CAC by channel before you even recruit anyone.
You need a CFO who actually knows the marginal CAC of the marketplace channel versus direct.
Yes, because, as Greg Portnoy noted, most partner leaders are unknowingly managing this chaotic portfolio of 10 or 15 different partner types.
ISVs, SIs, referral, agency.
Right, and they all need customized workflows and incentives. Uniformity is the enemy here. Legacy PRM tools that treat every partner the same just kill the whole experience.
Which is the perfect segue into our third theme, the new mandate for enablement and attribution. Let's start with enablement.
And enablement is absolutely not a one-and-done function anymore. Sarah Bauman stressed that 70% of partners say continuous enablement is the #1 driver of their loyalty. That's a Serious Decisions stat.
So partners stick with vendors who keep investing in them after the kickoff.
Constantly.
So what does that continuous investment actually look like?
Sean Thompson gave a great blueprint for this. He said, enablement must deliver 3 things for enterprise outcomes. 1, enterprise-grade messaging. 2, role-based training for sales, pre-sales, and delivery.
And what's the third?
A clear, repeatable partner motion. The whole sequence. Hunt, qualify, co-sell, and deliver. It has to be a playbook.
And Angela Lieberman put a formal structure around this. 3 phases, right?
Yes. First is awareness. That's grabbing mind share and answering the what's in it for me question for the partner. Second is knowledge-curated, flexible content. And third is activation.
Where you empower those early wins.
Right. Competency validation and resources to accelerate those first few deals.
But all this great strategic work just completely collapses if it's held together by manual effort. Amit Sinha said partner managers spend 80% of their time syncing data across portals.
Salesforce, AWS Partner Central, you name it.
They're a human API.
That's the perfect term for it. And that manual work directly creates a trust deficit. Nick Thompson noted that's the root of most partner conflict.
Because when trust is low, you start seeing weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like asking partners to share competitive SOWs without clear security protocols.
Or partners breaking co-sell rules in a client meeting. The automation problem is a trust problem in disguise.
But I have to ask, for a mid-market company, isn't being a human API still cheaper in the short term than buying and integrating 3 different automation platforms?
That's the wrong way to look at the math. The cost isn't the software license. The cost is the lost opportunity when your partner manager is too busy copying and pasting data to recruit a strategic partner or close a big deal.
So it's an investment in growth, not a cost center.
Exactly. It unlocks your team to focus on high-leverage activities.
Which brings us to the final crucial piece of this, attribution. Kyle E. explained this so well. He said over-indexing on source revenue just ignores reality.
It actively punishes value-add activity. When only source deals get credit, all those crucial mid-funnel things, the technical validation, the implementation help that accelerates a deal, it all looks like it's underperforming.
So how do you fix that?
You have to define and track 2 metrics. First, partner sourced, which is the initial opportunity. But second, and this is key, partner influenced.
Meaning the partner materially impacted the deal's velocity or its win rate, even if they didn't bring it in the door.
Precisely. Jay McBain supports this. He says in the modern ecosystem, the crucial factor is the influence partners have with customers, not just the transaction volume.
And when you measure influence, executives see that broader impact. And that's what drives investment back into the partners who are actually accelerating your sales.
And if you connect all 3 themes, the marketplaces, the internal alignment, the continuous enablement, it leads to this fundamental evolution that Pablo Hano summarized perfectly.
What's that?
Channel strategy is no longer about managing vendors or channels. It's about orchestrating complex ecosystems.
And the ultimate goal here, as Tracy Rich noted, is building a hybrid intelligence model.
That's the future. It's a system where AI-powered tools surface the data, human-led partnerships build the trust and context, and together they create a faster, more agile way to grow.
That framework, AI-powered, human-led, and partnership-driven, that feels like the only way forward.
It's where everything is heading.
That's the definitive summary. If you enjoyed this episode, new episodes drop every 2 weeks. Also, check out our other editions on account-based marketing, field marketing, AI in B2B marketing, MarTech, go-to-market, and social selling. Thank you for diving deep with us. Don't forget to subscribe for the next deep dive.